think we are live. Hold on, let me check first. Let me see. Damn, I need another phone. This phone is just tripping.
What you got?
Man, some piece of crap LG phone. Dude, do not ever buy
Android trash.
What? Well, nah. Well. I won't say Android trash. Like it's the phone, like the LG.
Yeah,
like, nah, shit. I love the sound. I love the Galaxy phones. Those are the best ones.
I'm an Apple head, but I'm mad at them because they're taking away from Switch sales right now.
Switch sales. Oh my god.
They're affecting them that Switch output right now.
Ooh, 5 dislikes. Keep those dislikes coming, baby. Keep them coming.
Losers.
He's already sending them goons already, man. Oh my
Losers.
God. Okay, I guess we gonna get started. What's up, people? What's up? It's your boy, ReGame27. Once again, thank you for joining my channel, and welcome back to another episode of the RG&T show. We got a few things we want to discuss today, mainly Capcom and their shenanigans once again. It's been a debate with this whole entire with the whole entire the Switch support and all that, and we got some people talking about you need to wait and see, and we got some people is like, okay, what's the point of waiting? Like Xbox and PlayStation, they don't wait. When they get consoles, they get new consoles, they get the new games, not no spin-offs, not old ports. Well, they did get old ports with the PS3 and PS4, but when it comes to actual new games coming from Ubisoft, Activision, EA, whatever, they're going to get it firsthand, not just wait and see about the install base. And now we got this situation with the Nintendo Switch. We got people talking about you need to wait and see, no sales, and we could probably get some new games. Okay, well, Street Fighter 5, was it Ultra Street Fighter 2? It just came out a couple months ago. Did very well for an overpriced 25-year-old game. They sold almost what, 500,000 copies. That's pretty damn awesome. And the thanks that we get from Capcom is we're gonna get an old port of Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. I don't have a problem with the game because I love Resident Evil Revelations. I'm a Resident Evil fanboy. You get all the DLC in both games. That's awesome. That's wonderful. But this is not what we wanted. This is a plus. Kind of like if you're on Xbox One, you got backwards compatibility. That's a plus. Just like I see old ports on your new system. It's a plus. But it's a cherry on top. But it's not the main ingredient. That's what we're talking about here. And I guess if the sales of Street Fighter 2 don't prove, for Capcom to come out and give us new games, I don't know what will. So I guess let's go ahead and get started. Let's go and get your intro out the way, Mr. T.
Hey there, fools. T here. What's up? What's up?
Same old, man. I guess before I go out in, what do you think about this Capcom situation, man? With the Switch.
I put a little video out there called Capcom 2 Turbo.
Oh damn!
I mean, it's not that serious. Like, I'm being funny about it, but like I'm on the same page. It's like it's not a big deal. I don't mind Resident Evil Revelations. I mean, they're cheap. At least they're not charging like something stupid for them. The $20 each, which is where they should be.
Yeah. But
in this context, I don't really care, and I'm a little bit upset about it because we should have something more recent. Can we get games that are more recent that haven't been on Nintendo consoles? Because we've had Revelations, and we didn't have Revelations 2, but it's like we should have had Revelations 2 because Nintendo fans, we bought Revelations 1. So we should have got the sequel, and we didn't get that, so I'm salty about that to begin with. And then, you're re-releasing this, and, like, what is so hard about an announcement? If you're working on something bigger, that's something more recent, say, oh, yeah, by the way, this is coming, but this is coming first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you really are supporting in any meaningful way, then say what you're just... What's the big deal about talking about what you're working on? Like, I don't understand why that's you don't have to tell when it's coming out. You don't have to give us a release date. I know how, Nintendo can be funny with that because they have their schedule. Yeah. But it's like, come on. Like, this is not real support. This is stuff you could... It's coming... This is a funny thing. It's coming out after everybody else gets it. So we're back in the Wii U again. We're back in late port situation. And so it's just like, you're rubbing me the wrong way out the gate, and I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, I understand, man. Like, it is a little frustrating. Like, I'm thinking the reason why it might be a little late because the same day that Mario Rabbids game come out, maybe that might have something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe Capcom trying to stay away from Nintendo's release dates because when it comes to Nintendo games and third-party games, we already know what the fans going to buy. So it depends on how late it is. That's just how I feel about it.
Here's the thing, though. They want to stay away from Nintendo release dates. Fine. Where were y'all in March? Where were y'all in April? Like, what? There's windows in there that this game should have been out. This is an old game. Yeah. This is okay. This is your support. It's an old game. Why wasn't this already like in the works and ready for launch window? Like, why is this coming out after you're going to release it on other consoles? Like, this is an old game.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just don't see how you can damage control this. Like, matter of fact, Super Metal Dave, he just told me a while ago when we was messaging each other on Twitter that MT framework. It's the same engine from the Ultra Street Fighter 2 using the same engine as Resident Evil Revelations. It's the same engine, meaning it's quick, cheap, fast ports. Cheap,
right?
So all the money that they generated from the Street Fighter, they got a lot of money. Where is it going? What's going on with Monster Hunter Worlds? How the hell Xbox get a port? What the hell is the Nintendo Switch announcement? Like, what's going on with that? Knowing that your money is on the Nintendo, ain't nobody on the Xbox gonna buy that shit. Ain't nobody.
That's
gonna
what
buy
I'm saying.
So what?
Nobody's buying Monster Hunter on this.
What is going on here? Like, I could talk about the Disney Afternoon Collection. I could talk about the Mega Man, the Volume 2. Like, what is going? Like, something is fishy here, people. Like I could have sworn Capcom helped develop this console. Tell Nintendo, well, you need to put this much RAM, in order for the current generation engines to work on. Like, we was hearing all this from Capcom. They make it seem like they're going to freaking support the system full blown. And we actually got some good news from a 25-year-old game so extremely well, overpriced. Yeah. And the things we get is more old games.
What do we got to show for?
How can you defend this? How can you defend this? I don't understand.
What is that extra 2 gigs of RAM for? The way of the Hado mode and Street Fighter? Like,
I don't know.
That trash? Like, come on, man.
I don't know. I remember Capcom said that they got the Resident Evil 7 engine running on the Switch. I repeat, Resident Evil 7 engine. Where's Resident Evil 7? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like, what's going on? Like, okay, we proved that we can support third parties. Well, I didn't buy it. Well, a lot of y'all bought it. I might buy it, but I don't know. It depends. It depends on how they're going to support this. What's that?
By what? You said we bought something? What are you saying?
No. I said it proves that, that the Nintendo fans buy third-party games with the success of the Ultra Street Fighter 2. So,
Street Fighter. You're talking about. Okay.
Like, what now? Like, are you going to continuously and keep giving the fans old games? Like, that's what I'm saying. And with some of these...
yeah, here's the thing. Like, I bought Revelations twice. Yeah, I bought it on 3DS, brand new, $40.
Yep.
$50. Excuse me. It was $50.
Really?
On 3DS. Huh. Yeah. And I bought Revelations on on Wii U as well.
Yeah, me too.
It was $20, I guess. Then, so I already supported that game as a Nintendo fan. Yep. And a lot of people supported that game. That game sold 900,000 copies on 3DS alone, and that's just I don't know if that includes digital or not. But so we supported that game. We should have had no problem getting Resident Evil Revelations 2. This shouldn't be a new game on a Nintendo console. We should have got that on the 3DS or the Wii U by now.
Yeah.
And so that's what people are hanging on to. It's like, oh, well, we never got Revelations 2. Well, shit, we should have got it. I'm supposed to be excited for a game we should have got? We should have already got that game. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny that since they announced the sales of the Street Fighter 2 on the Switch, they're very happy about it. And like a day or two later, they say they got multiple Switch titles, in development right now. And those
they haven't started none of them shit yet.
Yeah, and 2 of those titles are freaking old games. Like, come on, man.
You can tell me you think it's a coincidence they waited till those sales numbers came out
I'm saying,
to say what they're doing? Like, okay, maybe I'm sure Resident Evil Revelations whatnot were in development or whatnot. You know what? I can't even say that because it's coming out. It's coming out after these other ones. So I don't even know that for sure. Maybe they were waiting on, and like you said, it's the same engine, so it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal to port it late. You know, maybe they haven't even done it yet. Maybe they just started doing it because they saw the sales.
Well,
why? Here's the thing. Why are you giving Capcom the benefit of the doubt? What have they done to deserve the benefit of the doubt?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's things Square Enix, yeah, you can give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, EA even you can give the benefit of the doubt. But Capcom, like, what have they done?
They ain't done nothing
in the last 10, 12 years to deserve the benefit of the doubt.
They ain't done a damn thing.
That's what I don't understand. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure that out.
We could go back to the Wii. Like, the Wii sold 100 million consoles, but what was the main line Resident Evil games? Was there Resident Evil 5? Was there Resident Evil 6? No. What did they get? No. Old games. Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 0, the original Resident Evil. They got some spin-offs, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles and Dark Side Chronicles. Where is 5 and 6 at? Like,
I don't want to hear about the power. Or the Wii power, because we got less graphically intense, obviously, but on par Call of Duty games throughout the Wii's life. Yeah. It was the same game, not as pretty, but it was the same game. Same. Capcom themselves released the damn what's the Dead Rising game? That was a core. That wasn't a spinoff.
Yeah.
That was a core Dead Rising game. So you telling me you couldn't have released a Resident Evil 6 or Resident Evil 5 on Wii, especially with that install base? That install base didn't push you to spend extra time.
Man, you know what to say right now. Like,
I don't get it. I don't get the, this ain't Capcom from '99.
No,
this is a different Capcom
far from
dealing with today.
Like, if this is Capcom from '99, did they know what sells on Nintendo consoles like a Mega Man? Like, where is Mega Man at? Like, it doesn't make sense. That's why I don't understand why Nintendo continuously let Mega Man be in Smash Brothers, because Capcom had done jack shit for Nintendo. That what pisses me off about that. Like, there's other characters that I would love to see in Smash Brothers besides Mega Man, besides Ryu. I love them. I love Ryu. I love Street Fighter. But come on, Nintendo, you gotta put your foot down. I don't know what's going on right now. It's other characters that's deserving to be in Smash Brothers right now. Maybe Shovel Knight, because Shovel Knight got a lot of love with Nintendo. Nintendo people. Maybe Rayman. I don't know.
You want to know an old Capcom game that would have excited me, and I think would have been a nice game that would cater to a Nintendo fan? Remember that game Maximo? On PS2?
Well, I wouldn't know.
It was like it was like the spiritual successor to like Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts.
No, I didn't play that. Matter of fact, I didn't own a PS2. I was a Dreamcast and Xbox dude.
Yeah, I didn't buy a PS2 till way late, but I just remember that game, and I remember wanting to play that game. I still haven't bought that game, but it's a very Nintendo audience friendly type of game.
Yeah.
And that, if you wanted to make an old game, an HD remaster of that would have made more sense.
Yeah, I'm saying.
As a launch title, even there was, outside of Zelda, that's one of the reasons Bomberman did so well. Nintendo didn't really offer much outside of Zelda.
Yeah, they didn't. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Their next game was Mario Kart, like a month and a half later. Remember?
Right. You had a window there where you could have killed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Resident Evil 7 would have made perfectly good sense around that time. That's why I didn't understand.
That game would have killed. That would have been a perfect compliment to Zelda. That would have been a perfect, because it's a completely different type of game. It would have been a perfect. Oh, let me pick that up with Zelda as well. Because nobody wanted to switch. I don't know how that game got to 1 million. I guess it was Japan's fault.
Them damn casuals, man. I can't stand casuals. They ruining this industry, man.
People said about that game, it should have been a packing game, not because we wanted it. It's because there's not a whole lot there with that game. That would have made sense as a game that it was a quick little demo of what the Switch can do, with the HD Rumble stuff and just kind of the off TV stuff that it had in it. And there's there's no vindication in the game selling 1 million copies. That game shouldn't have sold 1 million copies. That doesn't benefit. They don't benefit us as gamers.
You sound mad.
I am kind of mad about that. Like, because One-Two Switch doesn't benefit us as gamers. It only benefited Nintendo. It just told Nintendo that they can put out, you know, some half-ass type of game and make it for $50 at that.
Oh
and sell 1 million copies of it.
Well, like we said this a long time ago, Nintendo they starting to be like everybody else with their DLC packs. Look at the there's like a mode, I think like a Metroid Fusion mode in the what's it, Samus Return? It's coming out this fall. You need an amiibo to unlock it. Like I don't care what you say, amiibo is another word of DLC. It's DLC, man. Like let's be real.
Well, at this point it is because of what they're doing with. See, here's the thing with amiibo, like. I'm like torn on both sides of it because I remember hearing for like years Nintendo fans complaining about, oh, the amiibo don't do anything. You know, what's the point? You know, there's not much, you know. And then when they do stuff, it's like, oh, you're locking stuff behind amiibo. So you can't win. You basically can't win with amiibo and how they do it. I guess the only thing you could do is like offer those extra stuff or whatnot. Just as a DLC, like a $5 thing on, you know. But if you have the amiibo, you get it, you know.
Yeah.
So, but you can pay for. But hard modes, I ain't with that. Like hard mode should be in the game. Once it should be unlockable.
Yeah, it should have been unlockable. I didn't like that. So
that's not. Yeah, hard mode, master modes. That's always been a thing you unlock. And if Nintendo's starting to do that now, we are in trouble.
Oh yeah, it's a fact, man. Like they jumping on it, man. Like Nintendo, they not stupid, man. Like they seeing what everybody else is getting, and they want a piece of that pie. So it don't surprise.
Like we accepted it on these other systems, these other consoles. Yeah. So it's only a natural progression.
I would blame it on the casuals. I would say it's the casuals' fault. Like, like
all this bullshit DLC.
Especially these freaking Call of Duty people, Battlefield, like these casual people that only plays 1-2 games a year, but they'll play the shit out of Call of Duty. Those are the people that we can blame this shit on. These damn casuals, man. Like us hardcore gamers, we play a lot of stuff. We play a shitload of stuff. Like we want to keep continuously and invest $200 to $300 on one freaking game because we are investing our money in multiple games on multiple systems. So yeah, it's the fucking casual faults. It is what it is, and they see it.
There's nothing we can do about it because they're too oblivious. They don't know. They don't even realize that what they're doing is a problem. So we're screwed.
Yeah, we are screwed. So yeah, I don't even know what to say on this. It is what it is. We just got to live with it, you know. But like, I want to mention something. Like, I ain't trying to throw no shade here, or maybe I am. Like, this OJ situation, man. Like, I tried to reason with him. I know we had our little deal about a month ago, 2 months ago, I don't know, with this whole entire wait and see approach with third parties. You know, they talking about wait and see on the install base and all that. And I was like, okay, how come they don't wait and see when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox? They know it's going to sell. But, you know, that's when we said that it's kind of, you know, on Nintendo's, it's kind of on Nintendo as well, because Nintendo know that when it comes to third party and their consoles, like, it, you know, the games don't sell that well. That's why we thought that maybe Nintendo should maybe kick a little change, you know, help publish the game, you know, help fund the game so we could get games like Assassin's Creed and Madden's, and, you know, we getting NBA 2K. What games we not getting? The Battlefields, Call of Duties, like these heavy hitter games that you see on Xbox and PlayStation every year, you know. But of course, you know, OJ, he kind of argued back at me, talking about, no, it's not good business practice if you do all that waiting to see. And of course, you said it, I said it, you know, Dave said it, Super Metal Dave, you know, about if you diversified your crowd at an earlier stage, then you know, basically, then you won't have to worry about, you know, these different types of games that's on your system, because you have that diversified crowd, kind of like a PlayStation. The PlayStation has the best diversified crowd than anybody, than the Xbox crowds, than the Nintendo crowd, because they have everything to offer, like racing games, JRPGs, shooters, action adventures, everything you can name. PlayStation has it. So that's why I respect what Sony is doing with their brand. They diversified in their crowd. It's a lot of business practices I don't really like what they're doing right now, but as far as their branding, as far as the type of games that they have in their console, I kind of wish Microsoft and Nintendo can take notes on this. And Nintendo, if they want to get back into the good graces of everybody, if they want to get older gamers back into their consoles that gamed on the NES, the Super NES, even the Nintendo 64, then they know what they should know what they got to do what they got to do. They've been here before Sony. They've been here before Microsoft. So why are we in this position? That's basically all I'm saying. Like, they got the power right now. The Switch is a hot item. Hell, even GameStop is going to open on Thanksgiving because of the demand for the Switch. So we still gonna have to wait and see on these third parties. And it just sucks that you got Nintendo guys like OJ freaking basically damage controller for that. Like, come on, it is what it is. It's kind of like, matter of fact, since you're here, Mr. T, I like that video that you did. Explain to the guys what you said in that video. You was on point. That Super Metal Day, he basically shot you out for that video that you did. It makes perfectly good sense on why you should not wait on third parties. Why you should. Basically
what I was saying is that you have to groom, like, especially when it comes to Nintendo, because basically Nintendo fans have been groomed on just not expecting a third party to be there, right? Yeah. So that's just what we groomed on. So we're always constantly looking out basically for the Nintendo game or the third party exclusive game or whatever that comes to the console. But when you drop a new console and you tell everybody, hey, that stuff that you used to over there, you're going to get here too, day one, and you can expect that. The people who buy those those type of games on other consoles, maybe they'll just go ahead. All right, I'll get the Switch version because, for one, I can take that version anywhere. Yeah, that is a huge incentive that even I didn't realize until I got a Switch that is a huge thing for me, because I'm like, when you get older, you don't have as much time to play video games. Oh yeah. If you're on the move, and you could play a console game on the move, like, that's a great thing. And so, if you groom these people out the gate instead of waiting, because like you said, we talked about casual gamer. They're not reading the articles. They're not waiting. They're not watching all the videos that are coming out. They just go to the store and look at the shelf and say, "Oh, I don't see Call of Duty on the Switch. I don't see, such and such game on the Switch." So they're not expecting that game. They're not in the articles. They're not listening to these guys. And so if you have that game, that is a big thing. If you can go to the shelf and say, "Oh, these games are on PS4 or also on Switch at the same time," I think I'll get that version of the Switch version because I can take that version anywhere. That is the thing that is possible. But if you sit back and wait a year and you have 10 million people, which is probably going to be by the time the year's up, probably be more than that.
It should be
Switch
more.
As far as people who have it. Yeah, you're going to have 10, 12, 13 million people who are not used to that stuff. And then, and a year later when it comes around, well, I'm already buying this on my PS4. I'm already buying this on my Xbox One. I'm already buying this on my PC. They don't make that transition. And so those games, when they come out a year later, aren't going to sell as well, aren't going to do as well as they would if you groom an audience, if you would invest. Investing is such, I don't know why it's such a crazy concept to some people.
People get so mad when you say that. Concept. Why people get so mad?
You invest. You got to spend money to make money. That's how this works.
They get so mad when you say that.
You spend money and you put the effort in, and nothing comes out of it, then you leave it alone. Like, look at Microsoft. Microsoft has been investing in the Japanese market, and they haven't gotten anything out of it, but they still keep doing it. They still keep trying.
The reason why they try, because if they wasn't investing into the Japanese market, then they won't get games like
exactly.
I'm not sure if they get Kingdom Hearts 3, but I know that for sure they get Monster Hunter.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming. Yeah.
Oh, for the Xbox? Really? Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. They won't get games like that. Well, they got it now, so that's
right.
That's gotta invest, man.
So that game may not sell in Japan, but they'll have that game for the West. They'll have that more, they have that diversity, that the PlayStation has. So it's just like, that's why you do these things.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the mentality of no, you wait and wait and wait and wait. Nintendo fans been waiting for decades. We've been waiting a long time.
Ooh, man.
We have a console that's going to be a mainstream console again after the Wii, and we expect these things to happen. We expect people to make these moves for a console that is very popular. That's going to be a popular console for a long time. It shouldn't be too much to expect that stuff. I don't see why that's a big thing. So,
it's not a big thing. They just making it a big thing. Like I say, it just doesn't make sense to sit around and wait, for 10, 15, or 20 million possible Nintendo fans to come and buy the Switch. And like you said, if they get games like Call of Duties and these other different types of genres that come to the Switch, they're gonna be confused because they so used to platformers, they so used to cartoony what was it, cell shaded graphics. That's basically what a lot of Nintendo fans are used to. And when they start getting these realistic shooters and Call of Duties and
that's the thing. You got to groom an audience. If you're sitting back waiting on Nintendo to groom the audience, they're not used to your games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even if you do get 20 million install base, most of those guys aren't used to your games on their primary console. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard to get them a year later, 2 years later, to invest in your game. If you're not getting them early, you got to get those people early.
Yeah, in this system, this is the most hardcore Nintendo system. Just the GameCube
system.
Yeah,
games sell systems. You know what sold PlayStation 2?
Games.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah,
sold PlayStation 2. That was a huge game for PlayStation 2.
Man, everything sold on that system, man. Everything.
I'm just saying though, but that game really got the ball rolling. and obviously it was really, a good thing to have a really cheap DVD player back then. That was a huge thing.
That was
that was a big part of why that system sold so much.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, games like Grand Theft Auto sell systems, and if you're you don't think if they came out Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Switch right now, that game wouldn't sell?
Oh, that thing gonna sell like crazy, dude.
That game would sell stupid.
Just think about if you meet people at some hotspots at a McDonald's or Starbucks, y'all playing some Grand Theft Auto online, dude.
Seriously,
are you serious? That's a gold
I'm walking
mine.
around with a full-fledged Grand Theft Auto 5 game on a portable system. Are you kidding me?
That will sell like crazy. So Nintendo, they are in a great position to get the ball running, get everything together. But if these third parties is not willing to invest in them because of what happened with the Wii U, then Nintendo they should do what other businesses do. You invest, man. You might lose some money at the beginning, but you got to look at the long run. That's how a lot of people start the business. That's it's kind of like what's that I forgot what's intern. It's kind of like intern. You're not gonna make no money for a while, but in the future you're gonna make bank. That's
I made that exact same point in my video. I made that point. I was like, when I first started my business, I had to work for free. I worked for free to ingratiate myself with the audience. And as a business, that's what you got to do. You got to, because there's people out there that are already providing that service, So you got to, you got to make yourself known. This is, hey, we doing this, and we're charging $10 less, so we're charging $20 less, or something like that. You got to do that stuff, to get people to buy your product,
Yeah, because
that's normal. That's normal every day. That's business 101.
Yeah,
some crazy, crazy business strategy I'm talking about here. That is business 101.
Yeah, it is. Just look at the fact that, Nintendo third parties hadn't really been serious with Nintendo since Super Nintendo. Let's just be honest. GameCube, they got a lot of third party games. It was pretty good. Yeah. But I'm talking about full-fledged third party support was Super Nintendo. Let's just be honest. Super Nintendo, the GameCube didn't even have Grand Theft. The GameCube didn't even have Grand Theft Auto. Matter of fact, if I remember, didn't one of the CEOs said that they didn't want Grand Theft Auto on Nintendo?
Nintendo said it didn't want it. That was the reason they didn't get it.
When you do stuff like that, man, you're gonna kill your relationship with third parties. And that's why a lot of people flocked from Nintendo and went to Xbox and went to PlayStation, because it's stuff like that, the stupidity that they did back then. And now Nintendo seems that they want all third-party support. Matter of fact, I think Reggie or Kimishima, one of them said that we want all third-party support, not some. They want all. So what you gonna do? Just sit here and wait?
Hopefully, you're actively out there talking to. You know, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. These things could be happening. We don't know.
No, it could.
What's going on behind. I mean, I hope they are. You know.
But you got to start early, though. You have to start early. Like
hopefully they've already started this process.
Because all we got is a bunch of old ports, man. Lots of old ports that a lot of us already played during the 360, the PS3, even the Wii U. So I'm talking about like what's
this isn't just third party's fault though. This is Nintendo's fault too.
Oh, they both to blame.
They're just saying they're both to blame because it's like they themselves have said this. I don't know if this is just a effect of the lack of support they're getting, or this is their actual strategy. But they themselves have said often, "Oh, we have to drive the install base. We got to drive the install base, and then we'll get these third-party companies." You know, I don't know if that's a passive strategy, meaning that they have no choice but to do that, and because third parties aren't helping, or if that's a strategy that they employ. Because I think that's a dumb strategy. Yeah, if third parties are willing to put games on the system right now, you let them do it. You know, like don't wait.
Yeah, they're not gonna wait. So just as like with Gearbox. Remember Gearbox talking about they would love to make make games for the Switch, or what's the game that they make Gearbox? God dang it. Dang it.
Damn, I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. You're talking about
Borderlands.
Thank you.
Yeah, like Gearbox. They actually want to make a game for the Switch, but they saying they're waiting on Nintendo. Like, what does that mean? They waiting on Nintendo. Yeah. Like, if you have the dev kits, then why are you waiting? Oh, you waiting for that.
Nintendo has to approve it. So if again, like I just said, if it's their fault, then that's a dumb move.
They want the funding. No, they want Nintendo to publish it. That's what it is.
Oh,
they want them to publish it. So that's why they're not the only ones that said, like, they said other people said they would love to support the Switch, but they always come up with some kind of excuse.
They want that money. They don't want to spend the money.
They don't trust the Nintendo audience. You know, the install base is not big enough for them to put their multi-million-dollar games on their system. You know, all these games that cost them tens of millions of dollars to make. And after the debacle with the Nintendo, with the Wii U, and with the Wii, like, let's just be real, like, the Wii was just it was a casual system, and the third party game that sold the most was Just Dance. And after that, Call of Duty, these other games was like 2 million and down.
I made a video about, you know, Wii versus GameCube, and it was casual because that was like the overwhelming thing that people noticed about it. But I have tons of core, you know, games on my Wii. Like the Wii, to me, had more core games than the GameCube had, because the Wii has, I think, in its library, close to 1,200 games, and the GameCube is around 550. So it you know, just math alone, it tells you that it has way more, you know, core games and whatnot on it. But
it did have it was a stigma.
It's just the fact that people overwhelmingly knew. Yeah, people mostly knew about
the party games.
You know, the party games, right? Yeah. And so that was a detriment to the console itself.
And plus, their advertisement of the Wii it did not cater towards hardcore gamers. That's why hardcore gamers were like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this game.
Most of the advertising came from Nintendo as far as the Wii goes, and Nintendo games aren't like, you know, they aren't. I hate to use that term core and hardcore because I feel like Mario is a hardcore game to me because it is a core. It's a platforming game. That is a core. That is a core franchise. That is a core aspect in gaming, as far as I'm concerned. It's a core genre. Yeah, platforming is. It's not like it's a, you know, Duck Hunt, you know, or something like that.
No, I know what you're saying.
Like,
I guess the term,
casual experience.
I guess the term these days as core gamers, like hardcore.
It's wrongly used.
It's kind of like I guess they want you have to have a gun. It has to be a shooter in order to be a hardcore game. That's basically what you're saying.
Realistic, you know, realistic physics types of games. That's
Horizon Zero Dawn type of game. You know, those type of games. Like yeah, but I do consider Mario's as a
Zelda is
game.
Is a core game.
Yeah, it is a core game
franchise. Those are core games.
Yeah, because it caters towards everybody.
People talk about
Everybody loves Mario 3. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's not a casual game. I mean, you can play it casually, but to 100% it and all that stuff, those games are hard. You know, like those those are tough games 100%. So
especially Donkey Kong, Jesus Christ, that's Donkey Kong is so fucking hard, dude.
No joke.
Hell no. These people talking about, you know, Nintendo games are for kids. Well, shit, try to play a Zelda game without going on the internet trying to look for a playthrough. Try.
I'd like to see a lot of these people who say that just play through Super Mario Brothers all the way through, no warping, go all the way through. I did it about a year ago on my channel. I want to see how many of these so-called I play hardcore games. I want to see how many of those could actually get through Super Mario Brothers, and then we can talk.
Man, I don't know how many times I done freaking YouTube or Google. You know, I was playing Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword because I got stuck. Like, you gotta think when you play Zelda games. You gotta think when you play.
Those are thinking games.
It's thinking games, man. Like, just because it looks cartoony, cel shaded, doesn't mean that it's for children. No, it's not for children. That's why it says E for everybody. You know,
the industry hijacked that term. They hijacked hardcore gaming. They hijacked AAA. Like, AAA used to mean it had nothing to do with your budget. It had to do with the quality of the game. That's what AAA was. Was it a AAA? A top tier quality game. That's all it meant.
You got me thinking about the Xbox fan base.
Yeah, but today AAA means big budgets. No, that's not what AAA means.
I remember when was it Crap Gamer deal? They was basically damage control talking about, well, Sony they only got a couple of games. The rest of them are niche games. They're like AA or single A. They was talking about all the games that came out this year. They only got one big AAA game. That was it Horizon Zero Dawn? I guess no. The other games didn't count. Nier didn't count. Yakuza didn't count. Neo didn't count. What, are you serious, dude?
Horizon is a AAA game because it's quality. It has nothing to do with how much they spent making it. You know, that's what AAA is about.
It's about the budget. And I keep telling these guys, like, why are y'all so concerned about their pockets? It's about gaming. It's about having fun.
Are you having fun? Are you playing the damn game? That's what should be mattering.
But you gotta remember, they don't play games. They play graphics. Oh shit!
These dudes.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about the Xbox, man. I'm about to go on a huge tangent because they still talking about graphics but not games.
I don't understand that.
Oh my god!
It's like a dick measuring contest. It's like
that's all it is.
It's all about it's not about the substance. It's about the power.
Well, power don't mean nothing if you ain't got no games to back it up, because right now it's not looking too good with the Xbox, because look at the what ain't Crackdown 3 was supposed to be the launch game for the X, the Xbox One X. That's a bad business decision to put a game like that looks like a 360 game on a allegedly most powerful console to ever come out. Like, if you can have a game like that.
No, I was just gonna say, it doesn't look like a bad game. It's just the fact that you're touting power. Yeah. Everything that comes out of your mouth is power, and you show this game that doesn't look like it's taking that much power.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Microsoft need to invest in more first party studios, because let's just be real. Like, these third parties, they don't maximize the full potential of none of these consoles, because they doing this whole parity thing. Yeah, it costs them more money to do that shit.
When did Gears of War come out for? That came out last holiday, right?
It was last holiday.
They should have held that game off a year, made Crackdown, put Crackdown out last year, and held Gears on for the X.
Yeah, because Gears looks awesome.
That would have been a smarter move, because it looks great. Yeah,
it looks
and they
really
could have touted how much better it looks with the X.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
A smart business move.
But it is what it is, man. Like, I don't know what to say.
It doesn't make sense.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, I have a 4K, I have a 4K TV, and I would love to get the Xbox One X, but Microsoft has not given me a reason to want to trade in my Xbox One S for an X, because there's nothing that appeals to me. There's really nothing there, because I could play those games on PlayStation. Like,
and I'm looking at my PC. I'm like, well, like, why do I buy an X?
I don't know. Like, I guess since Alex got a PC, he said he ain't never going back to console, so he's been trolling all the Xbox dudes. I'm just surprised he ain't in the comments. Oh, he's at work. Oh, okay, that's what he at work right now. Because usually in the comments trolling. Okay, so this whole Capcom thing. Like, what do you think that's what's gonna happen? Like, let's say Resident Evil Revelation is let's say it sells well for the Switch. Do you think it's going to generate new games to come to the Switch, or do you think they're gonna put Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4? Do you think those games are coming to the Switch? Because I don't know, man. I'm kind of seeing the pattern here, man.
I don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who do people really want that?
No.
Like, how many times are you gonna keep playing these same old Resident Evil games? Like, I have, you know, almost all the Resident Evils on GameCube. Why? You know, those look great. Obviously, they did their HD remasters of those, and it's just like, well, I don't feel like going out and buying those again. It's like, you know, I guess it's like DVD versus Blu-ray. Like, a lot of people will run out there and get the Blu-ray version of the movie they already bought, and that's a bigger incentive. But what if you already bought the HD version? You gonna buy another version of the HD version?
I don't know, man.
That's not the same thing. You're not going from DVD to Blu-ray now. Now you're going to Blu-ray to Ultra HD, and that's not. You can't see that as good. You know, that's not. That's not as easily recognizable. So I was surprised at how many of those Resident Evil remakes are on PS4 and Xbox One right now. I was like, whoa, they released all that stuff on Xbox and PS4? I didn't even know that.
This is not even new. Capcom has been doing this shit since Street Fighter 2, this Ultra and
Street
Turbo and Super Duper Ultra.
Turbo.
Like, I don't know how many Street Fighters we got.
But you know what? When they did that, we still got new games. We got, you know, what's the 2D brawler on the Capcom used to make back in the day? Oh my gosh!
You're talking about on the Dreamcast, right?
No, Super Nintendo.
Oh, Super Nintendo.
The
brawler.
That was like Streets of Rage.
Oh, Final Fight.
It was
Final Fight.
Yeah, we got Final Fights, and we got Street Fighter Alphas, and we got you know, we got Marvel versus Capcoms, we got X-Men versus Street Fighters.
Oh man, don't get me started on that. Like, dude, we didn't touch up on that. Dude,
it was fine that they were giving us all these other versions, all these extra versions, but they gave us new games at the same time.
Like, we got to talk about the X-Men situation. Like, man, I don't know what's going on with Capcom, man. It's like they get stupider by the day. Like, they say we don't remember the X-Men characters. And last time I checked, we got 10 X-Men films since the year 2000. 10 of them. 10 X-Men films since 2000. And they all generated over $5 billion of box office revenue. $5 billion. And that's a lot of money. So how the hell nobody don't know who the hell the X-Men characters are?
These fools say we don't remember X-Men. What?
But you got a Sega side. Like, I had one back then. Like, X-Men Children of the Atom. If you look at the engine, at the art style, if you look at the Marvel vs. Capcom, like, it's the same shit.
That's where it came from.
It's the same shit.
That's exactly where it came from.
The first game was not Marvel vs. Capcom. It was X-Men Children of the Atom, and they had the nerve to say we don't even remember.
And Marvel superheroes, the Capcom Marvel superheroes.
And there was X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I think X-Men vs. Street Fighter was next.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
So, I don't know, man. Like, Capcom, they've been dropping a lot of balls, man. Like,
well, see, the thing is, like, I think the late 6th gen, 7th gen hurt Capcom. Like, they lost mad money. They did, because they started chasing like the Western big budget. They started chasing the Western big dollars with games like Lost Planet and stuff like that. And they got out of their wheelhouse, you know, and then they lost a lot of money. And so now they're just kind of meandering around, re-releasing shit for the 5th time, and nothing new is coming out. And then we got Resident Evil 7. I was just super surprised that game actually made it out.
It's actually a good game. I
hear it's a good game.
It is. Like I didn't not like the first person, elements of the game, but it actually blends in very well. The only thing I didn't like about the game is too damn short. I think it took me about 10 hours or less than 10 hours.
The only reason I haven't bought that game, it came out in January, right? The only reason I haven't bought that game is because I knew in my heart of hearts that game was going to be on Switch. After all that talk about, Capcom help with the RAM and Resident Evil engines coming, and I knew in my heart of hearts that game was going to be on Switch by now.
Nah.
And it's not. That's the only reason I haven't bought it yet.
It don't surprise me at all, man.
I was like, I'm gonna wait and buy it on Switch.
Man, just look
at Batman.
Look at the Monster Hunter situation. Like, what the hell's going on with that? Like, why is it on Xbox? That's what I don't understand. Why is it on Xbox? Like, people
because
that...
there's there's 30 Xbox Ones that sold in Japan, so they're gonna get the they're gonna get those sales of the Japanese. Come on, man.
My god, man! Last week was a crazy week. Like the Switch still so good. Like the PS3, the PS5, no, I said PS5, the PS4, and Nintendo Switch sold a lot. I think the Switch sold about 89,000. Was it 89,000, something like that?
And, around 90. Yeah.
And the PS4 and the PS4 4 Pro together sold like a little bit over 90,000. That's because was it Monster Hunter? Well, not Monster Hunter. Dragon Quest, the new Dragon Quest that just came out. So yeah,
and that made it. That's killing too.
That's killing too. Like it's 3DS sold well too because of that game. Like Japan, that's Nintendo and Sony territory. So what the hell are y'all putting these Japanese games on Xbox? Like
you saying game sold more consoles? That's weird. That's a a third-party game sold consoles. That's strange.
I just don't know.
Apparently,
man.
That's an odd thing.
Shit.
Crazy concept.
Shit, OJ still. God dang, can I do my podcast, OJ? Debate me, man. Debate me. He's still at it, man.
Guessing right now.
Yeah. It was like a couple minutes ago. He's talking about. Let me see. Like I said, you would like to debate on the matter. It will get your channel a lot of exposure. Be mean to have you on for a while. Oh my gosh! Like this dude is still on Twitter.
Debating, man. Well, I don't know if I can.
I don't know, man.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I could be a moderator.
After the retro,
I'm sure you can find somebody.
I don't know, man, because you know me, man. You know me.
Well, you just needed a moderator. You need a moderator.
Man, I will custom moderator now too. I don't know, man. I don't even know what my head's gonna be if I debate him because we all know how he is, man. Like he like to bait me a lot. Like he's
strong-willed. He's strong-minded. That one.
Like I don't know, man, because I know how
he won't concede. He won't concede.
I'm very hot-headed, man. So I don't know. Like maybe one day. A matter of fact, I think he's about to debate somebody else. Like I don't know, man. I just maybe one day. I know some of y'all want me to debate OJ. I know some of y'all do want me to debate him, but y'all know how loud. Y'all know how I get. I could cuss a motherfucker out in a freaking New York minute. Like, oh my god, I don't know. One day.
I'm cool headed. I don't mind debating. I'm cool headed. That was one of my strong classes in college was debate. So I'm cool with that. I think I can put out an argument that resonates. People understand, and I'm good at giving like not really metaphors, but like what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of it. I'm good at this, but I can't even tell you what it is. Just being able to like explain stuff.
Tell what it is, but you can't explain it, huh?
Yeah,
that's funny.
That's hilarious. I'm blank right now.
It's all good, man. But I don't know, man. I just like I say, man. We all the Switch owners. We all just want new games, man. Like we bought a brand new system for brand new games, not old games. I said this a long time ago. I don't mind remasters, ports, whatever.
I don't mind ports and remasters.
Yeah, but if the ports and remasters starts to override the new games, then there is a issue here. That's what we had. We had a problem with Sony because they keep on giving us all these damn remasters the first, two years, whatever. Sony and Xbox, and all of a sudden Sony finally gave us a lot of games, and they're doing really good this year, man. That's why PlayStation's still on top, because they got a lot of games for a diversified crowd of gamers. And on top of that, you got your third-party games. Like, they got everything, man. That's why I don't understand, like, this wait and see stuff with Nintendo. Why is always Nintendo you got to wait and see? Like, do they wait and see on PlayStation? Do they wait and see on Xbox? Or they know that their fan base is there? That's why they give these their audience the games day one, not waiting months and months or years.
Well, like, I mean, Sony is paying for a lot of this stuff too, though. They are publishing a lot. They're doing what Microsoft did last gen, this gen. So that's something that's also helping them. So. Do
you think they actually paying to keep that game off of the Switch, the Monster Hunter? That's the rumors.
I wouldn't put it past them. Sony is a evil. They are genius. I'm telling you, the Sony company is they're very devious. They're like they're no less devious than people blame Microsoft for being.
Yeah.
Like that's why I always say like Nintendo and Sega will always be my two favorites because they paid their dues. There was no Sega wasn't making TVs and Nintendo didn't have a record company or a movie studio. They came in off their ass. They came in and they forged their way in and they paid their dues. And Sony already had a brand name, when they came in. And same thing with Microsoft. So I will never hold them in the same, esteem as them because of that. That's
Yeah, because Nintendo, Sega, Sony, they scratched their way up to the top.
Sony got caught cheating on a lot of shit. They got caught, buying reviews. Like, this is nothing new. That would be nothing new for them. This is provable stuff. This is not fanboy. I made this stuff up.
Oh yeah,
they've been caught doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's why I don't trust these reviewers like ActivesiNGaming. I don't trust none of them. I don't see how
with them. No.
I don't see how people get so angry with Sony or whoever whenever they give some biased opinion. Like let's just be real. They're getting paid off. Like they're getting free stuff. It all adds up. Like there's a reason why they're getting free PlayStations and free Xboxes and free games. Like. Why the hell would they give them free stuff and they're gonna talk shit about it? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, especially Sony, Microsoft, especially Sony. Sony comes from a world of we've been doing this for 100 years. Like, in the recording industry, that's how you got your song played. They went to the DJs and they paid the DJs to play these songs in a loop. This is the business. That's what they do. So how is that any different than going to these reviewers and giving them incentive to play and give them good review? This is what happens. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is business. That's how it works, folks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't trust corporate reviewers.
I don't trust them either. Cause that's some games that deserving a lower score than the sequel. Like for instance, if you like Uncharted, I still don't see how Uncharted freaking 3 got a really high score, and that was the worst one of all of them.
It was the worst one. Like
what the? It don't even deserve the freaking.
I'm an Uncharted fan.
It don't even deserve to be
in the Uncharted series.
Like it still had like a 92 or 93 Metacritic. It don't even deserve to be in the 90s. Period. Like, come on, man. No. Sony is paying them off. Yeah,
but
it is. It's a good game, but Uncharted 1 and 2 is the best. 1 and 2 is a lot better.
The third act is very underwhelming.
It was.
In the Uncharted.
It was.
That's the part that killed me, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, so we see it. Like we played the games, like we know it's underwhelming versus the sequels, and it still get the same score. So yeah, I don't trust none of them. So fuck all of them, man. Like it is what it is. But
I listen to YouTube reviewers, and I'm careful about them too, because some of these guys are getting free games. I can't trust you. I can't I can't trust when you getting all these incentives.
Hey, actually, Obi-Wan.
It's not going to influence you.
Actually, with Obi-Wan, I actually do trust him sometimes because he keeps it real, even though he.
No, I don't mean. I mean in certain instances. I'm not going to say everybody who gets a free game. That's not what I meant. That's what I sounded like. That's not what I meant to say.
Oh no.
I just meant like I have to be more cautious.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, when you have the incentives, like I can tell if I'm watching the review. I feel like I can anyway. If you're bullshitting me or not. So.
Kind of like what was that dude that gave Zelda that low score because what was it?
Yeah, you talking about Jim Sterling?
Sterling.
That's his name.
Yeah, like that was a bullshit reason to get that game a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is kind of like an okay game. It's good.
Like the dude he's had a thumb up his ass about a Nintendo forever. So that's why you can't trust that's why you can't trust his review, because he's openly hated on Nintendo for a long time and wasn't afraid to let you know that. So I can't trust your review, especially your review. It's one thing to give it an 8, or low 8s. Mm-hmm. But to give it a 7, this Zelda game, like I would accept a 7 for, like, I love Skyward Sword, and it's one of my favorite Zeldas. But if you don't like motion controls, I can see you giving that game a 7. You know what I'm saying? Like I would expect, but Breath of the Wild, come on.
Yeah. They
Come
basically
on,
did what we
real.
asked for. They did everything.
Let's be real.
We asked for an open world Zelda game for years. We got like everything we want for an open world Zelda game. We got, and he's still salty. Like,
Yeah, you know that is a bullshit review.
Oh yeah,
at that point.
Yeah, that's why he was getting death threats. I think he got detoxed.
Like, don't take it that far. That's just nonsense.
Yeah, man. Hey, these people on the internet, they crazy, man.
That's weirdo territory. You don't do that.
Why do you think Super Metal Dave isn't hiding right now? man.
I mean, when people do that, I don't. You don't see me tweeting about, oh, can you believe the score? Like, I just don't give a shit. Like, I just don't care. Like, it doesn't. It's not going to affect me purchasing the game. Like, so I don't care. Like, yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that doesn't like the fact that brought the overall score down on Metacritic and stuff like that. That kind of annoys me. But at the end of the day, the game's selling crazy. It's a great game. So who cares? Like, yeah,
this game could probably sell. It will sell over 10 million.
It's gonna sell through the life of the Switch. It's an evergreen game.
It's gonna outsell Twilight Princess easily. I think Twilight Princess. Is Twilight Princess their most? Who sold the most? The Twilight or Ocarina of Time? Which one sold the most?
I think Ocarina got it. I think.
You sure about that? Are you trying to?
I think it's Ocarina of Time.
Unless you're trying to combine that in the 3DS version. Which one are you talking about?
Because Twilight Princess, you got to remember, didn't sell. It sold maybe 1 million on GameCube, and it did okay. You know, I think it maybe sold 5 or so on Wii.
No, I think it sold more than that. I think it sold like 8 or 9 million. Hey, let me see.
I'll look it up.
Zelda, and of course it sold over 1 million on the Wii U. So yeah, it was on 3 different consoles.
Oh, so you're counting that too? I don't the HD.
I'm not sure if that's what you want.
I don't think that's fair. I don't know if that's fair. That's kind of not fair.
I don't know.
Right, so Zelda, Twilight Princess on Wii. My computer is going slow because I'm rendering something right now.
Oh,
yeah, it sold 7 million
on the Wii. So yeah, that's pretty damn good.
So GameCube. I'm gonna add it up with the GameCube numbers.
And it was a launch title too.
Slow right now.
Yeah, it was a launch title for the Wii.
1.5. So you're looking at about, going towards 9. I think.
I guess you include the Wii U. That's over 10 million if you include the Wii U.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I don't think that's fair because it's an HD. It's their HD remaster. It's not the same game where
it wasn't that much of an HD. It was an up-res
at the time. People were clamoring for a new game on Wii U, and they jumped on. What did we say? I'm saying Ocarina of Time, right?
Yeah.
It better Ocarina of Time. EG. I think it did 9. I think it did over 9, but let me see.
Got over 9.
That game was huge at the time.
It's
loading right now. The page.
That Ocarina of Time was shit. Everybody was talking about it.
I'm wrong. You're right.
Well, what happened?
By about 1 million, Twilight Princess did better with GameCube and Wii combined.
So was it 10 million?
Oh no, it's like close to 9.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I know it's right.
Twilight Princess is about. But it's about 8.6 or 8.7.
Yeah, that's still pretty damn good.
Yeah. Zelda, that's great.
Zelda can always
I don't think a Zelda game has sold more than that. Well, at least in the West.
Yeah.
For some reason, Japanese until Breath of the Wild, the Japanese audience wasn't too big on Zelda.
Well, Mario Kart and Splatoon still outsold Zelda, so it is what it is.
Yeah, Mario Kart's that's the #1 seller.
I don't know.
I think on most Nintendo platforms.
Maybe if Zelda's turn-based, maybe they'll buy it.
Well, I mean, they bought Breath of the Wild a lot.
Yeah, they did.
It was a huge seller in Japan.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, man. Like, I don't think they never sold 500,000 copies of Zelda out there in Japan. I don't think they ever did. I don't think so.
Breath of the Wild is close to 1-to-1 as far as Switch sales in that game. It's just like almost everybody who bought a Switch bought Breath of the Wild with it.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. Shoot. Shit. Is there everything else you want to talk about? Are you?
No. I mean, just to finish up on Capcom, like you were saying, I don't care that they're bringing old games, but throw a new one in there.
Yeah, you got to like
to keep me interested, keep me excited for what you might bring.
Well, it's the stuff that they've been talking about. Oh, we got the Resident Evil 7 running. Oh, we working with Nintendo.
Yeah, they talk
we doing this, we doing that. Like, where's the results at, man?
Yeah. Like Ubisoft has got 2 late ports, and but we know they're bringing. They got Mario and Rabbids coming.
Mario Rabbids.
There's that spaceship game I can't think of right now.
Oh,
the name of
I know
that.
you're talking about. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, you got that. You got the Rayman.
It's Just Dance. But,
yeah, we know about that.
But you know Ubisoft is going to support Nintendo, and they don't wait.
And plus they getting beyond Beyond Good and Evil 2. They getting that as well too, I believe. The Switch owners.
It's not confirmed, but
it's not confirmed.
No, it's not confirmed. But I pretty much 90% believe it's coming.
You know
to
what?
Switch.
I think the reason why it's not confirmed because for some reason Nintendo, everybody got to go through Nintendo for them to announce games. Maybe Nintendo might have some kind of special direct for it.
Beyond Good and Evil isn't confirmed for any console right now, even though we were pretty sure it's coming to PS4.
Oh yeah, we already know that.
But they haven't confirmed it for any console. They made that a point to say that we haven't confirmed it for any.
Well, if that game's like at least I think it's like maybe 2 years away, maybe 2 or 3 years. Like,
it's at least It's
it's gonna
thought
come.
Maybe there was a chance it would be next year, but nah. Looking at that test footage and stuff they showed, it's probably
all they showed was
at least a couple years out.
All they showed was CGI. Like
No. They showed gameplay.
They did? When? I don't remember.
Yeah, go to IGN and look up. They show gameplay. Mikael Angel, he sat down and did like a 20-minute gameplay.
Was this at E3? Was it at E3?
This is after E3.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that then.
Like a week, I think it was like a week after they showed some gameplay footage. Him showing you what the concepts were, and he had a controller in his hand and he was playing the game. So
okay, so if it's like 2 years out, then most likely it will come to the Switch because the install base will be very good in 2 to 3 years. It might pass the Xbox. Just look at that.
Yeah, I think Nintendo and Ubisoft will find their way.
Oh yeah,
and they do that on certain games. Like I'm going to do a video about it, but people say, "Oh, the game's too large; it won't fit." Nintendo has partnered up with these guys when they wanted games. They got Resident Evil 2, all cutscenes, everything, all CGI onto a Nintendo cartridge, N64 cartridge.
Oh
okay?
Yeah,
they can do it when they want to do it.
Yeah.
So they just need the incentive to do it.
Yeah.
And, I think Nintendo wants that game, so that's why I think we'll get it.
Oh yeah, it makes sense because it started on the GameCube. It was on the GameCube.
Well, yeah, it was on. It was on everything.
Yeah, it was on everything.
I don't know if it was on Xbox or not, but it was definitely on PS4. It came out.
I don't even.
It might have came on Xbox.
I don't even think it was on Xbox, but I know it was on PS2.
Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, it was definitely on PS2. So.
Yeah, because right that time,
but I remember the GameCube version. That's the one I bought. So.
Yeah, right that time, Xbox they had to pay for a whole bunch of exclusives because they was new to the gaming industry.
Yeah,
they was new.
They basically bought half of Sega.
Basically,
when they first came out.
Yeah,
they had all those Sega games, and that's what got me interested.
Yeah, they had a lot of great Sega games. That's when Sega was good, but when the 360 and PS3 came out, the Wii,
that's when
Sega man.
That's what I said. The 7th gen, a lot of companies fell off the cliff, or at least lost a lot of their luster that they had because that HD era. It was very expensive for a lot of companies. We lost Midways, we lost THQs, we lost all these kind of mid-tier companies.
Yeah, somebody went bankrupt not too long ago. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, we lost. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
It'll come back.
We just lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that 7th gen killed a lot of companies, and it bolstered a lot. Like Activision blew the hell up.
Oh hell yeah! Like at first, like Call of Duty, around that time when you think of shooters, around that time it was Halo because Halo took over the gaming industry.
Yeah, when it comes to 6th gen, it was Halo. It was Halo, and the EA Bond games, Medal of Honor. That was kind of big, but it was all about the Halo mostly.
It's all about Call of Duty. It didn't start getting popular to like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. You know, like Call of Duty 1, was it 1, 2, 3? Like, it's not fucking, it didn't compete with Halo. You know, Halo was the shit back then.
Yeah, yeah. When you thought big console shooter, you thought of Halo.
Yeah, it still is. It's just Microsoft is just being stupid right now. I don't know.
I'm a Halo fan. I like Halo.
Yeah, I love Halo, but right now I'm just not a big fan of Microsoft because they tarnishing all their freaking franchises right now and giving us bullshit. So I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shit.
It is what it is.
Are you trying to take a few questions before we head up out of here?
That's fine. You can take a couple.
All right. Let's get some questions, people. Get a few questions before we head out. It's been a cool cast.
Yeah, I think we let off some steam.
I didn't really go all in on OJ like I wanted to. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, let's keep it. Keep it about video games.
I'm gonna try to keep it rated R. Not just playing. I'm gonna keep it PG.
I like OJ. Like some people, when they see you like debate or go back and forth with people, it's real personal. It's not personal with me at all. Like,
I like him too.
I still click his videos. Yeah. I still hit like. He
told me
there's nothing wrong with healthy debate. That's fine. We can have healthy debate.
Yeah, he told me that I clicked on your video, then I went to his video and basically gave him my opinion, and he said I didn't watch his video. I said, dude, I watch all your videos. Like, I don't know why you keep thinking I got some kind of vendetta against you. Like, dude, I have no issue. Like, I'm not the one that's freaking stalking you. I'm not mad. But I don't know, man. Maybe we do a debate one day because I remember whenever he went on some tangent on Twitter, time I'm gonna start unfollowing some of these drama queens, and he was talking about me, and all of a sudden I clicked on his profile and it no longer says following you. When it doesn't say he's not following no more, he unfollowed me, so I unfollow him. But like a day or two later, I mentioned something and he started arguing with me. I was like, dude, like, how you getting this? I could have sworn you unfollowed me. Then we started arguing again. Then like a day or two later, he's stalking me again. I was like, OJ, what's the point of unfollowing people if you're gonna follow them? What the hell, man? Like, we not following each other right now, but yeah, he still got my name in his mouth. Come on, man. I don't understand. Maybe we should do a debate.
Sometimes you just gotta walk away, man. You gotta let stuff go. Like, you let it go.
I guess we both.
Even when I feel like I'm right and I'm not gonna just keep going back and forth. I'll just let it go. Like, okay, we're not gonna see eye to eye in this. I'll move on.
Yeah, that's why I'm so skeptical about the debate, because I just know how hot-headed I am. We know he's hot-headed. He doesn't like to be wrong. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe one day, maybe we need a mod. I don't know. Oh shit! Let's get to the question. Let's see questions.
I just want to throw out there, if people don't know, that only the digital version of NBA 2K, 18 for Switch, it will be available day one. The physical version will come later.
What? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Somebody said they apparently that these companies didn't know how to put the game on an SD card.
Oh my god! There we go again. Here we go again. Oh my god.
Well,
You know what? I can't even really say no, because they actually is supporting.
It's gonna be, technically it's gonna be their day one.
Yeah, it's gonna be day one.
And they are one of the. I'm not gonna get mad about it. They are one of the companies that early announced support.
Yeah, I can't get
2K
mad.
didn't have to do that.
And plus
they got burned on.
And plus they get that wrestling game.
They got burned.
Too. Don't forget the wrestling game.
Right. They still have WWE 2K18, so
I can't really get mad.
That's support.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, 2 new games from a company that really wasn't there on the Wii U at all. They had one game that sold poorly.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're not waiting. Then they're coming out and saying, "All right, we'll try again."
Yeah, I know it won't be an issue.
What you're supposed to do.
It's not gonna be an issue to majority of gamers, because a lot of them do buy digitally. Matter of fact, EA, they just announced their their quarterly whatever, and they said 60% of their revenue was from digital. So
yeah, it's going up and up.
Yeah.
As a guy who likes his collection, that saddens me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a collector.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh no. It's happening.
And plus, there's no like you can't trade in you can't trade in digital copies. Like that's why I want my physical.
Yeah.
You can't sell it. Like I don't know.
You can't trade them in, and they're not cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why aren't they cheap?
That's why I don't understand. It's stupid.
You're not paying retail. You're not the store isn't getting a cut.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why is it the same price in the store, retail store, who gets a cut, and it's the same price on your digital store?
I don't know.
That doesn't. Until they fix that,
that's what I'm
not
saying.
feeling you.
Like the only way if I buy digital is that I know I'm gonna invest a lot of time into this game. Like NBA 2K, it looks like something I might maybe put in maybe 10 to 15, maybe 20 hours. But if I'm buying digital, I want to invest hundreds and hundreds of hours. I mean, not just.
I will be on 2K 18 for hundreds of hours. Like I don't play basketball games every year, but when I do buy one, I play the hell out of it. So
yeah, if I could find some people to play with,
I have at least 200 hours.
I don't mind buying it.
2K12 or 2K13 was it on Wii U?
Yeah,
I have at least 100 hours in that. So
oh really? Yeah, I don't mind buying it if I get some people to play with. I don't mind buying it.
Yeah,
you know,
I get into the seasons and all that stuff. You know, so
oh really? Oh
yeah,
okay. Yeah, 'cause I know my boy.
I play a full 82 game season. That's what I do.
Oh damn, that's a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
Damn. I haven't watched basketball in 2 years. I don't know if I'm going to invest that much time playing it. Damn. Yeah. All right, shit. What are questions at? Let me see. Need to go down the list. Okay, come on. Questions, people. Oh, let me see. What's it? Do you think... Was it Vivendi? What is that? What's Vivendi?
Vivendi.
Vivendi
is a developer.
Oh, okay.
Vivendi Universal. I don't know if they're Universal anymore, but Vivendi. I know what he's talking about.
He said, "Do you think Vivendi might kill Ubisoft before they can publish what is that? Beyond Good and Evil 2?"
Might kill him. What would?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, do you mean the other way around? Ubisoft killed. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's saying there.
I don't know. Okay, why do people?
I think what the gist of it is do we think that game's actually going to happen? Mm-hmm. And I do.
Yeah. At
this point, like I feel like because I said I saw the gameplay. They're in development, so that doesn't mean everything because some games go in development and they still get canceled. You get games that are completely finished, like Star Fox 2, completely finished and never come to the store. So it happens.
Oh yeah, I'm still pissed off about Scalebound. That was, man. I guess after that, man, I went on a tangent with Microsoft since, man. I've been talking about Microsoft.
Yeah, I think Scalebound broke. I think Scalebound broke a lot of Xbox fans. Like
it broke me, man. It broke me. It broke me kind of like how Nintendo broke ZenGamer. Oh shit! You ain't heard that name in a long time. He is still broken right now. He still comes on every once in a while. I think it was in my podcast about a month ago. Yeah, he bounced in, every once in a while. He's still on that Xbox damage controlling.
Damage control.
Okay. I just saw a question about what people still care about sports games. I don't know who was that from. Sports is pop. Okay, was it John Bone? Why do people still care about sports games? Like sports is popular, man. That's gonna always be popular. You know,
sports people like sports. Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
It's kind of like. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say since ancient times, people have loved sports. That's just in our DNA. So. Yeah,
like a lot of sports gamers are casuals. Kind of like why people buy Call of Duties every year. It's kind of the same way why people buy NBAs and Maddens and whatever.
Call of Duty is basically a sports game at this point. So
yeah, basically.
That's why. Yeah.
That's why NBA 2K sells really well every year. NBA and Madden, especially FIFA. Oh man, I can just imagine the sales of the FIFA on the Switch, man.
And they're the only game in town too. Like there's only one. This is a sad era in gaming, man. Where you have only 1-2 companies making the sports games. That's pathetic. Like
that's because
I remember at the height of PlayStation 1, there was like 5 different options for football. If you had 5 companies to go to pick your foot, you had 999 Studios, you had EA, you had Acclaim, like you had all these guys making football games, and It's just sad. It's sad, man.
Who did NFL Fever? Because I remember playing on the Xbox, on the original Xbox.
NFL, that was Microsoft.
Oh, that was their game.
That was in house. Yeah.
Oh, so what the hell, Microsoft? I actually used to play those games. I don't know what the hell happened.
NFL Fever. I didn't. NFL Fever. I didn't like NFL Fever because I thought the character models were looking weird. Like they were too bulky up top or something. Something looked weird about them.
I was more of a 2K person. I love NFL 2K. That was the best football game until
once 2K came out. That was the end for me.
Yeah, but EA pulled that
I still
bitch
play
move.
Madden though.
EA put that bitch move and put a stronghold. Make that them freaking license to NFL for like 10 years, and they just renewed it like 2 or 3 years ago. They just renewed the license, like basically another 10 years.
It's not. Nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be stuck in EA.
They monopolized the whole entire football sports developer. They monopolized that.
But nothing's stopping anybody from coming out there and making a American football game. Mm-hmm. And just call the New York Giants. Just call them New York. You can do that. That used to be done. So you can still compete if you want to make a football game. You can make a
or come back with Mutant League. Remember that?
Mutant League, right? You can make that kind of a spinoff.
I think that would be awesome. Yeah, get that.
I mean, if you look at the success of NBA Playgrounds, people want those types of arcadey, goofy, over the top sports games
or
too.
NFL Blitz. Or Blitz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
just like Blitz.
Yeah, like I don't know what's stopping it. Like Blitz, I used to love Blitz. It's still fun.
Blitz, they lost the license and they still made Blitz games. They just called it Blitz, not NFL Blitz.
I think they lost the license because it was too graphic.
Like Blitz the League or something.
Yeah, because it's too graphic. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, you think Capcom would port Street Fighter 4 to the Switch? Street Fighter 4. Oh my gosh. Hell no. Like, I had enough of Street Fighter, man. Like, just let Street Fighter die. It's just 4. Let's let them all die.
I mean, but Capcom don't make a lot these days, man. It's like Sega. It's just like they don't do a lot of games. They have all this stuff in their repertoire. They have all these franchises that just are dormant as hell. They do Monster Hunter. They drop, Street Fighter type games.
Yeah. And
what else? And Resident Evil once in a while.
I'm still waiting on Dino Crisis. What's going on? Dino Crisis and was it Aminusha? How you say it? Animusha?
And Dino Crisis is 20 years old. Like they haven't had a new Dino Crisis since the PlayStation Dreamcast days.
Dino Crisis 1 and 2 was really good. It was basically
those were good games.
It was basically Resident Evil and dinosaurs. That's all it was. It was Resident Evil and dinosaurs.
Yeah, Resident Evil with dinosaurs.
But the third Dino Crisis, it kind of it wasn't all that good. I played on the original Xbox. It was good, but it wasn't that survival horror type of game that I wanted.
But what kind of games have Microsoft has Capcom made in the last, let's say, 5 years? What have they brought to the table?
Some of the last 5 years, like
not a whole lot.
Some of what kind of the new games they brought out instead of old games.
What types of games have they brought out? In the last,
I can't even think.
Anything.
You got Street Fighter 5, the incomplete game, the incomplete edition. Let me see.
You got a new Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 7, Monster Hunter, Double Cross. Do we count that since that's a spinoff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm counting even Monster Hunter 4 that came out in the last 5 years.
Monster Hunter 4.
But I'm saying the diversity is just not there with Capcom anymore.
Dead Rising 4 and 3 and 4.
Oh yeah, Dead Rising on Xbox One. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got enough fucking zombie games, man. Like, I don't know, man.
Nobody really cared about that game. Didn't sell that great. I don't think
it don't sell that great. Like people want those survival horror type of zombie games. I know running gun zombie games. That was Dead Rising. It's more of a. It's not even goofy. Yeah, it's goofy. It's not that real. It's not that realistic. That it's not that.
No.
That if you play the game and when the lights is off, you're gonna get scared out your head. No, it's not that type of game. You just beating up zombies just for fun. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's more campy, like the Return of the Living Dead movies, compared to like Night of the Living Dead, where it's a more serious type of. That's what Dead Rising is.
You know what's so crazy? I know I'm off topic. It's kind of crazy that we all been saying fuck Konami. Konami is the worst out of all, and they give us a fucking brand new game.
Oh, that's what I wanted to. I'm glad you said it because I forgot.
Brand new Bomberman.
What I wanted to bring up was Bomberman. It's and he tried to downplay it. Like I'm like, it's a new game, dude. Like from Konami, a company that we all thought was dead when it came to video games. They're off making pachinko machines and shit. Like they don't even do. They gave up on Metal Gear basically. And
what's going on with Silent Hill? I really wanted a Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, they canceled that game. We thought they were done, and they brought back a classic franchise in Bomberman. Nobody saw that coming. That excited people. Yeah, that was an exciting thing. Yeah, the game wasn't perfect. Okay, that's true, but it didn't matter because they put effort into making a new game,
and it sold well. Like I was surprised.
They could have done the porting thing. They could have ported. What is it? Metal Gear Solid 3 or something from the 3DS. They could have done something like that, but they didn't. They brought a new game, and that's why people were willing to pay $50 for it, even though you could say it wasn't worth it. Yeah, many people, many Bomberman fans, it was worth it because we hadn't seen Bomberman in years.
I think it's a nostalgia on why these games is why a lot of people, these developers.
That was a nostalgia move.
Yeah, like if you think about the retro gaming and the retro gaming market is at its highest and
it is booming right now.
It's booming because I'm retro. Well, it's been a while since I retro collect, but it might be a while since I do it because of I got a baby on the way. I don't know if you heard about. I got my wife is pregnant.
Yeah, you told. Yeah.
She's 2.5 months pregnant now, so I got to slow down on. I'm slowing down on everything right now. So I'm gonna wait till after the baby is born, putting up money, and I will eventually get back to retro collecting because I would love to do more retro videos. But yeah, like if you just look at the retro market, it's booming. Go to these retro stores. A lot of these games that you want, you can't get it because it's a huge demand for these games because everybody has been searching for these games because of people like what's that big YouTuber name? It's like a lot of YouTubers, retro YouTubers.
Retro YouTubers have blown up in the last couple of years. Crazy.
Dang, what's like the biggest? What's his name? Was it Angry?
When I watch
Angry Video Game Nerd. Angry Video Game.
Oh
Nerd.
yeah, well yeah. He's his collection is unbelievable.
It's crazy. Like you got people like. You got people like him, and what was that? Dang, I forgot the other
dude
crap.
I watch a lot of. His name is Metal Jesus Rocks.
Metal Jesus.
He's awesome, and like he has like his collection is ridiculous too. And out in the area he lives out in Seattle in Washington, and there's a huge retro like community out there, and he gets these ridiculous like 300 game hauls for like $50 because people are just trying to get rid of stuff. And I'm just looking back like I'm just jealous. Like, dang,
I'm saying
like the hauls that the guy gets on, he gives Craigslist and stuff like that, which is that's kind of deadly.
It is
that Craigslist sometimes.
Like it's so many games I want to get right now, but shit, trying to go get a
mostly. What I want mostly now is Saturn stuff that is expensive.
Oh wow, that is very expensive, man.
It's the most expensive console to collect for behind Neo Geo.
Oh, dude, I went to the store I go to. They want $500 for the Neo Geo console, and the games cost. Man, I didn't realize how big their cartridges was.
The big ass cartridges.
Oh, wait, them things is huge, man. Them things.
You know why they're that big though, right?
Well, because it's an arcade. It comes from arcade.
You take that cartridge, you can slam that right down into an arcade board. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah. That's basically that's why it was so expensive, man. Because
not really. Those games were $150 a pop when they came out. So you could expect 20 years later that they would be even more expensive.
Yeah, like
especially because of
gaming back then, like it didn't cost $100 for a game. Well, not for Genesis and Super Nintendo, but for that, like ain't nobody gonna spend that kind of money.
That was people talk about the Xbox One X being a kind of a elite few people that will go out and buy it. That was an elite group kind of system because you had to have money. Nobody had one of those. My uncle had one. He was a drug dealer, so he could afford it. He could afford it. You had to be a doctor. You had to be a doctor or a street doctor to have one of those. So
I'm saying
It was an expensive console.
Yeah, like shit. The store I go to, like their cartridges a piece cost like between $500 and $600. I was like, what? Who will buy this? Who will buy this for
Yeah,
fun?
yeah.
Jesus. That tells you how the retro market is booming because you got a lot of people on YouTube that's raising the awareness of retro gaming, and just look at the fact that if you love indie gaming basically gives you that retro style of gaming, like a Shantae or a Shovel Knight. Like a lot of these games are like 16-bit, 18, not 18, 16-bit, 8-bit.
It's a circle. It's kind of a circle of death with because you have these retro YouTubers, and they talk about these games, and then talking about them makes them even more expensive because people run out and buy them or try to find them, and so the prices go up. So it sucks because you want to see these guys talk about these games and all that, but them just talking about them raises the prices because everybody jumps after watching the videos, and then the prices jump up because they get rarer and rarer.
Yeah, and these developers,
it's a vicious circle.
They see it. They see that people want the retro style games. They see it. Just look at Super Bomberman. I was just looking at the sales, and
Namco Museum recently just came out.
And Konami, they announced that they shipped 500,000 copies of Super Bomberman R in late April. So I'm pretty sure they done went through the whole entire 500,000 copies. Like we already in August, so it possibly
I never see them in the store. So
yeah, it possibly be at 1 million, and that's not including the digital.
Right, that's not even including digital. That's
and RG85, I appreciate the Unforgiven. You just brought him up. Like he's starting to blow up. Like I remember, he used to be on. Well, he still does the Nintendo Enthusiast, and before he started his channel, like I had more subscribers than him, and look at him now. That took out 45.
Yeah, he blew up.
Yeah, because of a lot of people love retro gaming. Like I want to get into retro game. I want to get more retro games and systems, but that's
you know why people like retro gaming?
Because they got.
You know why it's big? Because they ain't got to deal with the fuckery.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. They got to deal with the bullshit business.
Yeah, we deal with in video games today. Those old games, you just pop that shit in and you played it, and that was it. There wasn't no bullshit after it, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing
and
wrong.
People miss that.
Yeah.
The more people get older, the more gamers get older, the more nostalgic they get, and that's why you have this influx of retro gaming stuff because people miss that. And you have to deal with all this downloading bullshit, and the shit don't work when you buy it day one. You got to get patches, and it's like people are tired of that, and so they want to go back to when they didn't have to deal with all that shit.
That's why that's no wrong. I love retro game. Like keep that shit going. If they want to give us,
I love it too, man.
If they want to give us a retro style Mega Man, shit, bring that shit on, man. Like
you got people out here that refurbish lasers because some of the disc-based systems are the ones that die. The Dreamcast, they're getting to an age where the lasers are starting to die. And they got guys out who make those lasers, who make a living, producing the Dreamcast lasers for Dreamcast and stuff. So that's how big this stuff is getting, man. When you have people manufacturing, parts for retro consoles.
Yep. And plus it's so huge that a whole bunch of companies coming out with these retro consoles like the Retron 5, the Retron 3. I forgot the name of that.
Nintendo jumped in on it.
Yeah, Nintendo jumped in on it. I kind of wish Sega jumped in on it, but that's not Sega. That's ActivesiNGaming, and I'm hearing some bad things about it. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna still get it, man, because I want that Sega Genesis replica. Well, but according to some people, what happened?
The emulation of them ain't that good though. It's like the audio is usually fucked up. Like,
but I heard some of the sound quality. It sounds fine. I did a video about I did a comparison between the old Sega ActivesiNGaming console versus the new one, and the sound quality was a lot better. So I don't know.
Have you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to change the subject, so just go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh, no. Shit, I forgot, so go ahead.
Talking about the sound quality.
Oh, no, when I did the video, I did the sound quality. Matter of fact, I think ActivesiNGaming, somebody released the video, basically comparing the sound quality versus the other console, and it sounded a lot better. So I am interested in getting it. You know, I want to see for myself. Matter of fact, was that the Dreamcast guy? He basically saying that it's a good console, but you got GameSpot and IGN. You got these other big, journalists. They saying don't buy it. But then again, we had a discussion earlier saying not to trust them. So I don't know who to believe.
It's like, for me, for my taste, I wouldn't like the Retrons. I love those because you can use the old controllers. You obviously use the old cartridges, but they have those EverDrives out there that have all the games on it, so you can emulate everything with with the old hardware. You can be using the old controller and whatnot, and you can have that old hardware experience with new visuals, and not visuals, but you have the HDMI out and all that stuff. So that's the route I would rather go. And I'm like, I want like the classic whatever, just for the collector in me. I want to have that. I'm not gonna barely play. I'm gonna barely play the thing. It's just gonna be. It's just something I want to have. I want to play Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have pretty much all those other games.
Yeah, because I got all those games on my computer right now. I got like over 5,000 games on my computer. If I want to play Chrono Trigger right now, I got to play it right now. Like, I got a lot of games.
I have Star Fox 2. I have a what do you call it? Repro card.
Mm-hmm.
I got Super Nintendo. I put it into my Super Nintendo. I play it, but it's like the emulated version. It's not the full version like this is gonna be. So.
I got you. See, I got Bare Knuckle. Remember that? Streets of Rage.
Bare Knuckle.
Yeah, I got that. I think that was for Japan only. I believe back in the day, it never got localized.
It was Streets of Rage. It was just called Bare Knuckle in Japan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! I forgot about the questions, man. Get this shit. We just talk about all kinds of shit.
I got one real quick before you go into that. Terminator Juice is asking me our thoughts on the recent Mario Rabbids trailer.
I didn't see the new trailer yet.
I did, and it's awesome.
You ain't talking about the E3 one, or are you talking about what just came
No.
out?
They just released it. I think was it today or yesterday?
No,
they released a new trailer.
I didn't see it,
and it's glorious. I went from being like, really, they're making a Rabbids Mario game? That's trash, to like wanting that thing.
So
after seeing it, so
you don't think that Capcom, purposely pushed the release date because of that game is coming out for the Switch?
I mean, it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's possible, but for me, it's just like they shouldn't have had to push it. The game should have fucking been out already.
Yeah, that's true.
It should have been. It should have been out.
Yeah, like Capcom, they waiting to see it. Like OJ wants them to wait and see. That's what's going on. Let's wait and see. Okay.
Well, I mean, Capcom's gonna do that because, like we said, they broke. So they doing that. But then again, it's like they're being so cautious. Why the hell is Monster Hunter on Xbox One? Like,
I don't know.
That's the problem I have. It's like they're being so cautious about everything else.
Maybe because Microsoft is investing into Japanese games.
That's what I asked. I was like, is Microsoft paying for that? Because that is a risky move in my eyes.
That is risky. Ain't nobody gonna buy that shit. Like, if Final Fantasy, a Final Fantasy game, a mainline Final Fantasy, very popular game, been out for over 20, 30 years, did not sell jack shit on Xbox, then what will? Come on. Right. Final Fantasy 15, it sold like crap on the Xbox One. So ain't no other Japanese game like Kingdom Hearts.
I'm pretty sure Kingdom Hearts was announced, it's confirmed for Xbox One.
I think it's a time exclusive for PlayStation. I think that's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's been confirmed, but
I don't think so. I don't think it's an exclusive. I think you could be right. I just don't really remember, but I could have sworn,
knowing Sony,
that it was coming out for Xbox as well.
Maybe so. If
and no Switch version.
If Microsoft, if they really talking about investing in Japanese games, that's a Japanese game that you want on your console. So
I want that one. but
You know,
it ain't gonna sell. But that's what you want.
well, Nintendo should, just like what Microsoft is doing, they should make a big push. Trying to make sure they get these games on there. Like, they got Dragon Quest, but let's just be real. Like, we out here in the West, we want Kingdom Hearts more than we want Dragon Quest on the Switch. Let's just be real.
Kingdom Hearts should be on the Switch. The trilogy, what is not trilogy? The 1 and 2. That should be something Nintendo pushed for, and because that would sell. That would sell. That would sell pretty well.
It was on the 3DS, so yes, Kingdom Hearts is not new to a Nintendo console.
Yeah, and it did well. It did well in 3DS. So.
I don't know, man. We just have to wait and see. Shit, wait
and see. You got to play the waiting game. That's a good game, boy.
Oh my God, it is not a good game, man. Well, I guess at least I got some games to play. Like,
wait to E3, man. Wait to E3.
Like, let's just be real. Like, it was kind of dry a little bit when the Switch first came out. Like, after you finished with Zelda,
between Mario Kart and Zelda, it was a little dry in there.
It was very.
You had a window in there.
Ain't nobody gonna pay $60 for Lego City Undercover, in which it was $50 on the Wii U. Don't make sense. It don't make sense.
That shit pissed me off. Like, I bought it, but I bought it for $33.
Oh yeah, that's my shit.
I'm not paying those $60 for a game I paid $50 4 years ago.
It
doesn't make any sense.
Talking about price gouging, man. Jesus Christ. That's probably why a lot of people on PC, because a lot of their shit is fucking cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap over there. Steam and shit.
Yeah.
But then it's all digital. It's just like the collector in me.
Yep. Oh yeah, I got you. Well, when it comes to Steam, I heard you get your refund back whenever you want it.
Yeah, Steam is a really good setup. These consoles need to take notice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do need to take notice, man. Let me see. I don't really see as many questions. He said I don't buy much retro anymore. I'm happy with my collection. I only need maybe 5 more games. Not me. I need a lot more. Let me see. Did y'all get to my question? What question, Matthew? Let me find this question.
Is that Pipes?
Yeah, Matthew Pipes. Yeah, he's everywhere, man. He supports all of us.
Yeah.
Matthew, where's he at? Okay, if Nintendo Capcom start to develop a brand new game for the Switch, what game would you want it to be? How about Nintendo versus Capcom? That would freaking be awesome. That would be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome, man.
That would be a game that people, I think, would stand up for.
Hell yeah. Who don't want a Nintendo versus Capcom?
That would be cool.
Kind of do that same format, like 3-on-3. Shit, I already know who my people go. I'm gonna have Samus. I'm gonna have Link.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's with that arm cannon.
Hell yeah. I'm still trying to figure out who's my third person. I know what
they have a history too. The Capcom made those Zelda games on Game Boy.
They did? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they made Season. What was it? Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages.
Nah, yeah, I don't know.
Those two Zelda games, Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages.
That's probably before my time. I was just Game Boy had been out since the 80s.
No, that was like late 90s.
Oh, that was late 90s. Oh, you talking about the Game Boy Color? Game Boy Pocket?
Yeah, Game Boy Color.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't.
Those were Game Boy Color games, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were in color.
Actually, I didn't really get into Zelda until I think 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't really get to Zelda. Like when I played Skyward Sword, then I was like, man, I gotta try Twilight Princess, and I love all of them. I was like, you know what? I need to try this Wind Waker HD because it was brand new to me when it came on the Wii U. So I was like, man, I really like Zelda, and that's when I got the Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. I was like, man, what the hell? I've been missing all these years. Like Zelda is awesome. So I just started playing older Zelda games, and I'm a big fanboy of Zelda. Like during the Sega,
that's cool. And you're honest about it, because some of these like I call them Google tubers.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these YouTubers, they talk about stuff they didn't experience.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I was a Sega dude back then. I didn't care about Zelda, Ocarina of Time on 64. I had a Sega CD, a Saturn. I had the original PlayStation, so I'm not gonna just tell you that I like something that I never played.
There's a lot of people that do that, and I have people that get on me like, because I'll make a mistake here and there, because I'm coming from memory. I'm not, when I tell you something about gaming from the past, that's a memory. That's not something I just looked up on Google just now to give you. So there's gonna be some mistakes in there on some of the smaller stuff, like a release date or something. But I like that about me. I'm authentic. You know, I come to you from personal knowledge of these video games, not from hitting Wikipedia and shit. Some of these dudes.
Yeah, some of these dudes they want to pretend that they know everything. So yeah, it is what it is. Kind of exactly. I caught up on a lot of games that like last generation. Like I played a lot of games, but I wasn't as hardcore into video games as I am into it now. I didn't own a PS3 back then, so whenever the remasters was announced on the PS4, like I know a lot of people was upset, but I was like, you know what? I never played those games. So when the Uncharted collection came out, all of those games was brand new to me. So I played all of them. God of War 3, the remaster, that was brand new to me too. Last of Us, that was brand new to me. So all these games were brand new to me, and I'm a huge fan of it. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. I as a Nintendo fanboy, I had a PS3 day one. Ooh. I was standing in the line with my friend. He talked me into it.
Did you pay $600 for it?
I paid $600 for it.
Oh, shit. God damn. Wow.
Yep.
You paid $600 knowing that the Xbox 360 was
I could afford it back then. I had no kids. I had no girl. I wasn't spending money. I was in school, and I was getting those what do you call them? Those checks that
the welfare checks.
No. No, when you're in college.
I was getting grants. Yeah.
You get like money for your books and all that stuff, and I had a ton of because I'm a stickler, man. When I bought those books, I would go to Amazon and buy a used book. I ain't buy no brand new book. I could save $60 on the book, so I would do that. I make sure I get the ISBN number, make sure I got the right book because they make 20,000 versions to make you buy a new one. So I had, I think I had just got my check for school. And it was like $1,200.
Sure. When the PS
to buy PS3.
I guess around that time, like I played, like I said, I played a lot of video games, but around 2005, 2006, I graduated high school and I was a freshman in college. I wasn't thinking about no damn video game. I was thinking about girls. So yeah.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't. I still did my thing.
Man, no, I was really out there. I was really out there until I met my wife. When I met my wife about 2-3 years later, that's when I settled down. Got married and all that, and I can't do what I used to do. So I gotta find another hobby. So I chose video games.
Well, here's the thing, right? The PS3. People $600, but for me as a bachelor, I was rooming with my boy at the time. We had a garage apartment. We was cool. So for me, a PlayStation 3 made sense because a lot of these late PS3 adopters, they didn't know about the backwards compatibility, so they didn't know that you could play your PS2 games. You can still play PS1 games, and some people don't even know that. Every PS3 can play PS1 games right now.
See, I didn't even
know that. All that.
I didn't even know that.
Ah, you didn't even know that.
I didn't know.
Play PS1.
I didn't know the PS3.
It just won't play PS2 because of the chipset, the emotion engine or whatever.
It was just
the PS2.
It was the pricing of that why people was pissed off. Nobody
that's what I'm getting to. It didn't hurt me as much because I was like, well, hey, I got a system that I can play my PS1 games on, my PS2 games on, and whatever PS3 game I might come along, because it wasn't nothing to buy at launch. That's for damn sure. And I can watch my DVDs on it and Blu-rays, which I was going to be getting into. So I was just like, it wasn't that big of a purchase to me when I was looking at it like that. It was a entertainment system, I was buying, not just a game console. So.
No, it offered a lot, like the Blu-ray player. It offered that, the Xbox 360 and offered.
Right. I mean, it had all those card readers. The original one had it was ridiculous. The stuff the PS3 did. I still have mine.
So even though the system is actually worth the money they're asking for, but people is looking at the price. They like, I'm not gonna pay all this.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. It was ridiculous.
Look at the Xbox One X. Even though it's $500, it's still a lot of money. Like the casuals is not gonna pay that much. They gonna rather go to the Xbox One S. Like it's just something about a $500 price tag for any gaming console. It's gonna run people off.
But see, and the difference with the Xbox One X, where the PS3 would get a pass, is that everybody has a Blu-ray player. Everybody has all that stuff now. Where you know, that the value, they don't see as much value in it. They're looking at it mostly as a game console.
Yeah.
And if you don't have no games, and you know, I don't really care about playing Blu-rays in it because I got 10 Blu-ray players in my house. Like the value isn't there where the people would spend that money for the PS3, and they spend $600 on the PS3 back in the day because nobody had any of that stuff.
And
nobody had Blu-ray players and all that stuff.
And they had true backwards compatibility. You just pop any disc in there, it'll work. Like with the Xbox One S right now, like they don't have true backwards compatibility. They got to announce this shit. So we just getting a little bit, you know.
But they took that out because they lost billions of dollars on that damn thing. So they took that out.
I see. Oh yeah.
PlayStation's like, nah, man.
Oh,
we gotta take out this. They gotta take out this backwards compatibility stuff. It's costing too much.
If y'all don't know, if you're on the Xbox, Bayonetta is free for the month. I just downloaded that bad boy last night. Bayonetta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So hell yeah, I'm gonna play that. Yeah. Just get.
I got it on Wii. Oh, Wii U. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to collect some achievements, and which I wish Nintendo can do.
Oh, that's another thing. That's another thing.
Yeah.
About, you know, why people don't buy as many. I went to say that in my third-party video. Nintendo gamers don't buy third-party. That's another reason gamers don't, in general, because they can't get the achievements, they can't get the trophies, and they rather go buy it on a different. They rather go buy that game on a different console because they can have all that. Yeah, because like I don't care about that stuff at all, but people care about it. So
they do because they want to feel like they accomplished something. The only thing I could see that's close to an achievement on the Switch is your hourly play. Like basically it tells you how long you've been playing this game, how long you've been playing this game. You know, I guess if you want people to know how much you've been playing it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, it doesn't show what you unlock. It doesn't show nothing. It just tell you how many hours that individual played on these games.
Right.
You know. Oh man.
We gotta wrap it up because I'm getting the look from the wife. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know the look. I know you know the look.
Yeah.
I know you know that look.
Okay, yeah. I know. My wife, she be home in a minute, so she just texted talking about how long you gonna be on there. I said, okay, we finish it up.
She hitting you with the preemptive strikes before she even get home.
I'm saying, but yeah, okay, yeah. I'm looking forward to come on. She bring some damn fried chicken home. Hell yeah, and we can watch some
fried chicken. And
we
know how we, you know how we like that fried chicken. So.
Oh yeah, it's finger licking good, man. And we're black, so yeah, not just playing. Everybody,
that's what I was talking about.
Everybody loves chicken. Everybody loves chicken, man. But
it's a funny thing. It's like who don't like chicken? Like who don't like fried chicken? They try to put it on black people. Well, everybody like fried chicken. Stop it.
Yeah, so eat some chicken. I'm gonna catch up on some Power. Oh, watch Power. That is a good show. If you got Hulu, it's on Hulu. It's a great show. I'm on.
I watch it on Showtime. Power, you said?
Yeah. I think it's on Stars. Is it Stars? It's one of. Are you current?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is Stars. I know it starts with an S, whatever channel it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're on the first season. I think they're on like season 4 right now. It's a great show, man. Like if you love drama, Power is a great show. If you got not Netflix, it's on Hulu. If you got Hulu, check it out. It's also, I think it's on Stars as well, and it's on
like
right
gangster
now.
Shows. That show gangster.
It is a good show, man. So Netflix and Hulu is the place to go. Fuck cable. But yeah, it's a good show. We appreciate you coming in. We talked about a lot of shit. I'm glad we didn't I'm glad we didn't talk about the fuckboy shit. I was afraid we would go to the fuckboy conversation, but it was actually a good show.
Oh yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. So I know that a lot of y'all asking me when you and Alex gonna do the fuckboy Fridays again. I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. I'm working crazy hours, man. But yeah. Don't forget to come to
you got a baby to pay for. You got to work them extra hours, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is what it is, man. One of these days, I'm stop doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna own my own gaming business, man. I'm trying to get a retro shop. I'm trying to get a gaming truck. You know, I want to do it.
You know, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm looking around like, all these damn games I got, and I like.
Yeah, get a gaming truck.
With that.
Get a gaming truck.
I'm thinking about it.
You know, like, they get paid $200 an hour. Cause I went to a lot of kid birthday parties. They rent these trucks for $200 an hour, and I was supposed to be saving like $15,000-$20,000, and I had to take $5,000 out of my savings account a few weeks ago because I have car problems, and that really set me back. So I'm so fucking mad right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get
like I got 4 GameCubes. I can roll that truck up with Mario Kart,
I'm saying,
double dash, and land it up, and have four TVs. And,
I know.
man.
I was thinking about all that, and all of a sudden, boom, your fuel pump is out. Boom, your alternator's out. Boom, your computer is out. I was like, are you kidding me? All this just came to me all at once. 15.
It happens like that sometimes, right?
It was so bad. Like I paid get this car fixed, and I was still getting problems. So I just went in, took $3,000 and got a cash car. I was like, fuck it, man. I was like, I guess the game truck is gonna have to wait. So yeah, good show, man. I know we keep on digging back into it, but yeah, we got to go because his wife is getting the side eye, and my wife, she about to come home and give me the side eye.
I ain't trying to get put out, so.
But yeah, catch us tomorrow. The Real Talk with the Real Gamer. If it's not tomorrow, it's gonna be Friday. I appreciate all y'all coming by. If you just got tuned in, make sure you come back to the beginning of this podcast. We was really digging in on Capcom. We actually had a really great show, man. We just kind of drifted out at the end, started talking about chicken and Netflix and shit. So I guess I'm gonna get you out of here, man. I guess get your outro, man.
Yeah, well, Mr. T here, fools, and had a great time. Loved wrapping it up with you, and yeah, Capcom, you got to step your game up, man. You can't be coming with these old games on a new console, man. We need some new stuff. So yeah, that's all I got to say, and thanks for having me on.
All right, appreciate you for coming by, and like I say, y'all stay tuned for either tomorrow or Friday. I will let y'all know on Twitter when I'm gonna do the show. So you make sure you follow your boy on Twitter, and you follow Mr. T as well. I will put his channel in the link of the description below. So come back like another hour or two when the podcast uploads to the channel, and make sure you subscribe to Mr. T. And when you subscribe to Mr. T, make sure you follow both of us on Twitter as well, because we are active on Twitter. And I guess after that, we will see y'all on the next ride. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.